Hello, everyone. Nigel here with Polluted Mainstream. I wanted to talk this week about the thought wars. I wanted to make an early video or a little bit earlier on this, but I kind of wanted to do my research, figure out what it was all about. So if you haven't heard about it by now, I know it's kind of like something that's on the corners of the internet, but basically it's a bunch of MGTOWs kind of coming after the women of the alt-right saying, oh, if you're a traditionalist, you shouldn't even have like a voice. You shouldn't have a YouTube channel or anything like that. And most men on the alt-right, see the ridiculousness of this, but and I'm a little surprised that it has had the effect that it has. But like Tara McCarthy took down her channel and so on. So I wanted to comment on it because I just think that more voice should be out there on this. There's been a lot of videos on it, but I just want to make a quick one just to succinctly kind of sum up the points as I see them from the alt-right's perspective. So yeah, basically from my point of view, the MGTOWs are out there trying to take down women of the alt-right. They're trying to take down the alt-right in general because it used to be that people who were sort of disinfatuated with the left would like become MGTOWs, video gamers, and so on, shut themselves inside their houses, and they thought women were really liberal, and they hated women because they didn't pay them any attention and so on. So they became like gamers, shut-ins, MGTOWs, and they hate women. And now that the alt-right came around and popularized traditionalism again, and women can get on board, men and women can both get on board with it. The MGTOWs are losing their audience, and same with like the skeptics and so on. And that's why they're trying to take down the alt-right too. That's another conversation. I actually made a video about it called "Skeptics Sliding into Irrelevance." But today I want to talk about this thought wars thing that's going on. So there's three people that have been affected by it, I think mostly. So I'll talk about them in order and what the like accusations leveled against them are and why I think they're not really that important or they're not really that relevant. But yeah, just in general, I think it's disturbing a little bit that maybe people didn't come to their defense a little bit earlier. It's important to defend the women of your in-group, and it's important to know when you should defend them and when not. So I'll talk about the three women that have been affected. So Lauren Southern, it came out that, Lauren Southern dated like a black guy when she was in high school. Well, who cares? Because, now she preaches nationalism, ethno-nationalism, etc. And, if you're a traditionalist, then you believe in religion, you probably believe in Christianity. And one of the hallmarks of Christianity, one of the central tenets is redemption. That means you can fuck up in your life and you can come back and you can figure out what you did wrong and you can fix it. So if Lauren Southern now realizes that, race mixing is not something that she believes in, it's okay that she dated a black guy in the past. I really don't think that really matters that much. And really, are you going to throw out one of the biggest voices in the alt-right because of that? I don't think that's very smart. Look at Millennial Woes. Like, go watch his video on the same subject. He said he was gay before. He was like a male escort. And now he's one of the biggest voices on the alt-right. I don't think you would throw him out for the same reason. So it's just stupid. It's stupid to sacrifice, especially women, because there's not really a lot of women on the alt-right to begin with. But one of the ones who's been the most vocal and the most effective in bringing people over, it's suicide to throw these people out. Plus, this whole idea that women shouldn't have a platform, that's dumb, because how else are other women going to learn how to get the idea of how to be traditional if they don't have other women telling them? They're not just going to listen to men. Would you, as a traditional man, would you listen to a woman on how to be a traditional man? You could, but you'd probably take the advice of a man first. Same with women. So the idea that women shouldn't have YouTube channels and talk about traditionalism, that's just dumb. The second person is Tara McCarthy, and this is the biggest tragedy of this. See, Tara McCarthy has more balls than most of the men on the alt-right. She puts a real whole name out there and her face. See, I'd say I'm Nigel from Polluted Mainstream, but I don't tell you my last name. I don't tell you where I live. But Tara McCarthy was out there with it from the beginning, and she was talking about race realism and just really diving into the hardcore subjects of the alt-right from the beginning. So, as I said, she has more balls than some of the men on the alt-right, and definitely the MGTOW gamers who jerk off to like stick figures or whatever the hell they do. I don't know how what do you do when you're a MGTOW? You can live without women. Like, yeah, what are you jerking off to, like wooden sticks? Are you jerking off to a pink lighter? I just don't understand. So these guys who come after Tara McCarthy and say they attack her for having a platform, and then when she calls on men of the alt-right to defend her, they say, oh, you're being a feminist because you can't stand online comments. You know, you can't stand having online comments, online insults said about you. And all Tara McCarthy was saying is, hey, men of the alt-right, can you like go after, can you say something about these guys who say I shouldn't have a platform? Now, to my shame, I guess I didn't really know this was going on. Not to my shame, but I mean, I would have definitely said something if it was the case. But Tara McCarthy took down her YouTube page and her Twitter account. I hope she puts it back up because I think she's like one of the cornerstones of the alt-right. She was one of the first persons that I started watching videos of, along with like Millennial Woes, Alternate Hypothesis, and like American Renaissance. Those four YouTubers were the first ones that kind of turned me on to the alt-right in the beginning. So yeah, I really hope Tara McCarthy comes back, and the idea that she shouldn't have a platform and she's a feminist for defending her platform, that's dumb. Then the third person is Lauren Rose Ultra. I'm not really a big fan of her videos, but the video I watched about her was Roosh V. He's like a MGTOW, or he's like a PUA, and he was saying that Lauren Rose is saying that women should be more traditional, but yet she's having a YouTube platform where a bunch of beta male orbiters are like encouraged to compliment her. Well, that's the nature of the internet. The internet's full of beta males and just sort of like people who are online to look at pretty girls. So a bunch of nerdy alt-right guys like Lauren Rose, it's not her fault. It's not it doesn't take away from her message or from the idea that a woman should be able to have a platform, because a bunch of beta males, according to Roosh, beta males come and compliment her on how she looks and so on. And like I said, I'm not really a big fan of Lauren Rose. I don't think she's very original, and I don't think she's very effective, but at least from what I've seen of her videos. But just the idea that the fact that men come onto her channel, just that's the nature of the internet in general. In fact, that's why women on the alt-right are so effective, because men come and watch their channels. Even though if they're just parroting ideas that they've heard from other men, they're getting the message out there because men go on the internet to look at women. And, that's just the culture we live in. Maybe it will be different later. Maybe, people will go to men for ideas later. But right now, people go on the internet to look at women, and that's just the facts of it. It's not Lauren Rose's fault that happens. It's just the way it is. So the idea that Roosh would criticize her for the fact that she has male followers is dumb. And it really shows how he is threatened by people like her, because people who are used to be his fans are now going to channels like Lauren Southern, Lauren Rose, Tara McCarthy, etc. I think he's afraid, just like the skeptics are afraid, that they're losing relevance. And it's just sad for them, and it's even sadder for Tara McCarthy, who felt like she had to give up her platform. So I really hope that she gets it back. I don't really have much more to say about that, but the idea that women shouldn't be involved in politics or shouldn't be involved in political leadership, I kind of agree with that. But the idea that they should never have a platform or should never talk is just dumb. And if you feel that way, you're not a traditionalist. You're just like kind of like I don't want to say sexist, but you're dumb. You're just like a MGTOW. You just think you can live without women, and it's just stupid. So yeah, again, I don't have much more to say, but I just wanted to put my piece in on the Thought Wars thing, because I didn't really hear much about it, and I just wanted to say my piece now, because I think those women need to come back and be confident and realize that the men of their in-group are going to defend them against, just the dumbass trolls of the internet. So anyways, what do you think, guys? What do you think about the Thought Wars? Leave your comments below, and we'll have a nice discussion. Sorry I'm sweating so much, but I'm standing in front of the fire, and it's really hot. So I'll see you guys next time.